So you did it. You either got into your first flip or you're ready to upgrade your living situation and sell your first house. But it's 2024. Is that the right time to sell? Hi there, my name is Mindy Jensen, and I'm the host of the BiggerPockets Money podcast. I'm also a licensed real estate agent in Colorado, and we are going to talk about the big question, do I sell or do I keep it? Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor, RentRedi. Do you ever dream of a simple and easy way to list your units? You can actually use property management software like RentRedi to list your rental properties. Applicants fill out your custom application or RentRedi's pre-made application. You get credit, criminal, and eviction reports and proof of income verification, all with the click of a button. Your listings can be posted to Zillow, Trulia, HotPads, and Realtor.com. Plus, you get a professional marketing page that you can use to send out via email, text, social media, and everything in between. Take advantage of RentRedi's property management software to streamline your business. Collect rent, late fees, find tenants, manage maintenance, and sign leases, and so much more. It's quick, easy, and painless. RentRedi is the dream solution you've been waiting for. Get started at RentRedi.com. Okay, there are 4 key factors to keep in mind when you are selling in 2024. Inventory, interest rates, your timeline, and the condition of the property. Let's start with inventory. Quite frankly, it is low. And low inventory is usually a good thing for a seller because it means you have less competition. But the whole reason that we have low inventory is because we have much higher interest rates following a period of very low interest rates. Rates were low for a super long time, and they shot up practically overnight in the summer of 2022. People aren't selling their house with a $1,500 mortgage just so they can go and tackle a $3,500 mortgage. So they're staying put. And speaking of interest rates, apparently they aren't coming down anytime soon. So buyers who've been waiting on the sidelines are starting to look again. That's good. But they're more cautious than they have been in years past. Now let's look at your timeline. If you need to sell quickly, rates are still going to be a factor. The faster you need to sell, the lower you need to price your property so that you can get it sold. Be honest with yourself so you don't have to act out of desperation. And finally, state of the property. This means a lot of things, including the very most important consideration in all of real estate. Location, location, location. But also, how updated is the home? What does it smell like? When can the new owner take possession and occupy it? If it's rented, your lease runs with the property, not with the owner. What condition is it in? And how many repairs still need to be made? The homes that sell the fastest and for the most money are priced properly, in a great location, updated, smell neutral, and are clean with great curb appeal. That might not be your house, and that doesn't mean that it's not going to sell. Updated sells better than outdated, but clean and fresh smelling is best of all. And any house can be clean and fresh smelling. Have you done repairs in your home? Type up a list and put it in a picture frame on the kitchen counter or some other obvious place. This is even more important if you've done any sort of hidden updates like electrical or plumbing. Look at the comps that your agent shares. Ask your agent not to cherry pick these comps, but instead to show you every house nearby that sold recently. Here's a tip. It doesn't matter what you bought the house for or how much money you've put in it to rehab it. It's worth what somebody else is willing to pay for it, regardless of how much you have into it. And now more than ever, it's going to align with recently sold properties. Get professional pictures taken and make sure that they accurately represent the space in the house. No wide-angle lenses to make the room look bigger. In my area, professional photography with floor plans costs about $300. Staging. This is where I diverge from traditional real estate agent advice. If you have weird spaces in your house that really aren't that easy to understand how they could be used, absolutely stage those spaces. It can be the difference between selling and sitting. But if you've got a traditional house where the spaces are really easy to understand, staging is more of a nice to have. It can be really expensive. So weigh your factors, like how fast you need to sell and how traditional is your home layout versus how unique is your home layout. One other tip, review the listing before it goes live. When I am in my MLS, I can enter all of the information and then send a sample to my client. I like to read through it, but I want them to read through it too. It's super easy easy to fat finger the number of bedrooms from 3 to 2 or from 5 to 6. And then you start getting incorrect information. If somebody's looking for a 3-bedroom house, but you fat fingered it to 2, or your agent did, your listing simply won't show up. You want to make sure that all of the information is right the first time. Now, all of these suggestions are really for normal houses. If you have an odd house, definitely do all of the above, but also something to consider, highlighting different options like house hacking. A 5-bedroom, 2-bath house is weird for a single buyer, but a 5-bedroom house in an area that allows multiple unrelated adults to live together can be featured as perfect for house hacking. And finally, if you're struggling to sell your house, consider offering rate buy-down concessions. Rates are still going to be a factor, and you might be able to entice somebody to make an offer that they wouldn't otherwise by offering to help them buy down their rate. These will need to be approved by their lender, so definitely talk through this option with your agent for more information about your specific situation. Of course, there's always the possibility that after everything we've talked about, maybe you're starting to think about keeping that house. That's why it's important to have multiple exit strategies with all of your investments. Does it make sense as a long-term rental? Is there any market for furnished rentals like short-term or medium-term in your area? If you do decide to keep your house as a rental, find a great listing site like RentRedi to make sure you're getting fantastic tenants. You can apply a lot of the tools we talked about in listing your home for sale into listing your home as a rental. There you have it. I hope you learned a little bit about when you should time the sale of your house in 2024. Thank you so much for your time today. My name is Mindy Jensen, and if you found this video helpful, click the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the BiggerPockets channel for more videos just like this. If you have any questions on how to become a successful landlord, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.